Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be going over a combination strategy that I've been talking about in the last couple of videos. Uh, it's uh, it's a combination strategy that takes probably the two most popular methods here. At least I think they're the two strongest methods, even individually. If you use these individually, you trade with both of them just by themselves. They're pretty powerful. But putting this together makes a very powerful combination. So today we're going to be using a combination strategy of using the 990.95 and the 1348 strategy. The 1348 strategy was one of the first strategies that I learned about when I started trading when I first started trading. But today I'm going to be looking at we're going to look at this formula, and uh, the whole point of this strategy is to look at things on a longer time frame, and I'm going to be looking at Forex. We're going to be looking at Forex, but basically I'm going to be looking at the US30 and maybe a couple Forex pairs, but basically the US30 and a couple popular Forex pairs, and we're going to see how to do this on a longer time frame. When I say longer time frame, I'm talking about either the day or the 6 hour. So we're going to see if looking at this on the day chart, if we can find some pretty good signals. So I'm going to teach you guys how to set it up first with these two, with the combination of the 990.95. Okay, so to set this up first we want to set up the 990.95. I've made separate videos about it. But basically, you want to get to you want to make 990.95. Now, there's different ways you can do this. Uh, you can go to your indicators and you can do 3 smooth moving averages, and you can punch in 990.95 and you'll get your lines, but they're not going to be color coded. What I do is I go to, and this is probably what, if a lot of people are watching this and want to try this, go to CM EMA trim bars. You're going to hit that 3 times, and you're going to put in 990.95. Now you can adjust them. I bring down the thickness. I also, I have this with Ghost Market Pro. It's a paid indicator, so I basically just I check off everything except the last two, which you got your 90.95. This is basically where I learned the strategy is through Ghost Market Pro, and I saw the 90.95 and I just figured out the formula through buying Ghost Market Pro. So that's how I found about 990.95 was buying the Ghost Market Pro. But you don't have to get Ghost Market Pro. You can get it with the CM EMA trim bars and put in 990.95. It's whatever your personal preference are. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to go to your indicators and you want to go to difference of 2 moving averages, and you want to put in your settings 1348. So once you do this, you'll have both of these on here. The whole reason why we don't have 1348 at the top is because you want to have your 990.95, and the 1348 is separate. So it's 2 sets of moving averages that kind of double confirm it here. So what we want to do for this strategy is first you want to do this on the day chart for the best results, and you want to look for the moment where the 990.95 crosses. So this will give you the best result by looking on the day. Now, it's not going to, if you do it on the day, it's going to happen not as much. So if you want to find if you want to find the crosses more, you got to go down in your time frames. But the first time frame I look at is the day and see if it crosses on the day. If it hasn't crossed on the day, definitely go lower into, you can do 12-hour. You see it just crossed right here on the 12-hour. So definitely go down in time frames to see the crosses. because if you miss the cross, that's the whole point of the 1348. So, but what we're going to be doing and what I want to train people to see is doing this on the day. First, what we want to look at is the last moment it crossed, which was right here. On the day, the US30 crossed on November 13th. So from knowing that it crossed on November 13th, what we want to do is we want to look for, from the moment of November 13th, we want to look at all the moments. The next thing we want to look at on the day is we want to look at your 1348, and we want to see it come into a light green. So what you want to look for is scalps, and on the 1348. So if you miss the cross, you have to basically scalp it with the 1348. And if you're on a bullish run, you have to look for all the light green moments. If you're on a bearish moment, you have to look for all the light red moments. You don't pay attention when it's dark green or dark red. So let's real quickly look at the US30. Now you can go in smaller time frames if you want. But right now what we would do is we're going to look at the US30 here. So from this point where it crossed, you would get in right here. Right where it crossed, because this would be a good trade because it's crossing with the 990.95 and it's light green. So this is a good indication. And you basically stay in your trade until it prints out a dark green here, which is right here. So this would have been 45 days, and this would have returned you with a 0.01, with a 0.01 lot size. You would have made $3,753. So what you do next is, once you get out of that trade, you basically just scalp it because you know the trend is going up. So what you want to do is you want to look at the 1348 at all the times where it's going up. So it basically turning light green. Since we're on the day, you can find big runs and you can find small runs. Like this one right here. This you might have caught this one for like a day. Like right here to here, you see the two light greens right here. So this would have returned you about $445. Then it goes into a dark green, and we don't pay attention to that. We wait for it to turn light green again. So you would get in your trade again right about here, and you'd stay in it until it prints out a dark green again. And right about here, this is $500 in 10 days. And then you got a moment right here. This is 2 to 3 days, it looks like. Right here, well, actually, it's 5 days. It's about 5 days, $482. And, like I said, you're going to get small ones and you're going to get big ones. And then you see it right here. You see 3 bars. So if you came in right here and rode this out till here, right about here, you would have made about 609 with a 0.01. This is 60,000 pips. So so what you want to do is you want to focus on the overall trend. You see it going down right here. So this is going against the trend. Me personally, this is not what I would do. I would wait for it to pull and come back up again, and I'd wait for another light green. So if the 990.95 has already crossed, and if the 995 has not crossed down yet, I still focus on it being an uptrend. So all this moments right here, I'd wait. I'd wait for this moment, or I'd go to a smaller time frame to see if I see any moments. I'd look for moments where it's going up during here, but it probably wouldn't have found it. So right here, we see it go up again. And we come in right about here, see it turn light green right about here, and we ride it right here. So this is at about 0.01, you would have made about $1,122. And then it goes down again, but it still hasn't crossed with the 990.95. So the trend is still going up. So this is kind of where we are right now. So let me real quickly run this by on a bearish moment. A bearish moment. We want to look first to see if the 995 is crossed. We see that happening right here. And basically you can come in right here or here anywhere because you see it crossing. Trend is down right now, so you would rode this out. Get out before it turns, dark red. Get out here, you would have made, this is 134,000 pips, and you would have made about $1,343. So that's how you do it when it goes up, and then when it goes down, you look for the 995, the 990.95 to cross on the longer time frame, and then you just focus on all the on the moments with the 3048, with it going light green or light red. Now, if you're a little bit impatient and you don't want to wait, you definitely would just go down in your time frames. You go down to 6 hours. See if you can find anything on a 6 hour, and see if you can find anything on a 1 hour. But I don't personally do anything past a 1 hour. So real quickly, that's the US30. Let's real quickly look at some Forex. Some popular Forex ones. So let's do the USD with Japan yen. First, we're going to be looking at this on the day. So what we want to look for the 995 to cross. And we see that happening right here. It crossed right here. So with the cross, all we want to do is focus on all the moments where it turns light green. You see that moment happen right here. Right about here. And you see it happen again right here. So this is a run right here. Again, you can go to small time frames if you prefer it, but I don't personally. I would rather wait and do this on the day chart than, to find the best. Because doing it on the day will give you the best results because it's basically the direction that it's going. So you see it happen again right here. Ride that one out from here to here, right about here. And you're looking at about 2,000, almost 3,000 pips there. And you see it happen again right here. You get in for a couple days here. Ride this one out. This one would have returned you as about, that's a small one right there. And like you said, you'll get small ones, you'll get big ones. But real quickly, let's look at another. Now, let's look at a downturn. See, the 990.95 crosses down here, so you could get in any moment here. You see the moments where it turns light red. You can get in from this moment here. Scalp that one. That's a 12-day move. And you got this moment right here, which is pretty brief on a sell point. And then we see it crossing up there, crosses down there very briefly. So if you want to do it on Forex, it's easy to find this on the day. Let's look at one more Forex pair. Let's look at, let's just look at the British pound. Okay, so the 995 crosses right here, so you can get in at this point right here. He crosses right here, and you also see that with the 1348. You get this one right here. Right about here, you see the signal. And then you see a brief one down there, like a two-day pump right there. And you see it crossing down right here. So you could come in. You can come in right here for a brief one. And then you can come in right here for a pretty big one here. Ride this one down till here. You would have made some profit here on the way down. So Forex is really volatile, so you have to keep that in mind. But other than that, personally, my preference here is doing it with the US30. The US30 seems to me more of a, the flow is easier than doing it with like Japan yen, things like that. But this formula works for both. It depends on what you want to trade. You focus first on the 9.90.95. You wait for a cross. Perfectly, I like doing it on longer time frames. Wait for it to cross, and then you look at your 3048 with the EMA difference. So anyway, that's how you use the strategy for doing a Forex. If I'm doing this strategy, I basically the asset that I'll do is the US30, because the US30 is if you understand the direction of the US30, you can end up making a lot. You won't make as much doing it with Forex or just like regular currency pairs, but with US30 you'll make more doing it with US30, and because it's connected really to the stock market, so you'll make more doing it with US30. I like doing it with US30. When I find the right moment, I'll do the US30. But other than that, I trade with other assets. But the strategy works. It's universal. It works for any asset out there. To me, it seems very, very powerful. But anyway, if you guys like the strategy, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.